Hey everyone, it is 9:02 on a Friday, June 28th, and today's show is about forgiving people. Yes, it is. And I got some things to say about it. And I would like for y'all to tune in and see what you think, get some comments, and let the good times roll. I'm trying to get my hat like straight on, man. I'm a little OCD with that stuff there. That's pretty good. How's everyone doing tonight? Melissa, it's great to see you. There you are. I think you're the first to join. There's Jean. Nellie, I love it. I love it. Yes, it is past my bedtime. Yes, it is. But listen, hey, that's all right. Connie, what's up? You know what? Listen, y'all, it means so much. Elsie, what's up? It's so good to have the crew, man. It's the freaking crew, man. It's the alien loving Sasquatch talking blue people loving sons of guns, right? Here we are. Regina, what's up? The Wanderers is back, by God. I love it. You get front row tickets at Ludlow Garage in Cincinnati. That's awesome. I can't wait. It's going to be a really, really fun show. Tomorrow, I'm going to be in Richmond, Kentucky, and I'm excited about it. It's really cool. So, but I thought that I would go live tonight and talk about something that's just really heavy on my mind. Um, you know, forgiveness. Isn't it so hard to do? Or is it? I think that that's the question tonight. Is it so hard to do? I think that it all depends on the situation, of course. Um, you know, I'm going to roll it back, okay? I'm going to roll this back just for a second. My mom, bless her heart, I'm from Fairfield, Ohio. For the people that don't know, of course, you guys know. Everybody here, I think, has heard me talk or knows who I am, so on and so forth, right? But I'm going to roll this back to the age of 9, all right? I remember laying in my bed late at night and hearing a tap on the door. And that night, we found out that my sister had passed away in a car accident. Her boyfriend at the time had been drinking, and he went off the road. Car rolled over, and my sister was killed. And it was absolutely devastating to our family. I'll never remember that night, my mother wailing in the living room in disbelief, and my father trying to console her somehow or the other. Um, it changed everything in my family from then on out. My father had been the dominant one in the family up until then. After that, after mom kind of recovered and she kind of got her wits about her, and it was quite some time, by the way. It's probably a year and a half before she was really able to kind of like get back into the swing of things. And But when she came back with a vengeance, man, and she dominated the house, and dad kind of took a back seat because he knew that mom was going through a really hard time. Now, back to forgiveness. I didn't find out until later on in life the true meaning of forgiveness and how my wonderful, beautiful mother dealt with um, the man who had wrecked and killed my sister that night. Um, my mom, as you know, Christian woman, God fearing woman, man, she was just so freaking spot on, man. She just knew the word of God. She had a very, very close relationship with God. Um, she would she would tell me that everywhere she would go, she would ask Jesus to get in and sit beside her and go with her wherever she went. And it was a very, very uh, personal relationship with God, to say the least. So, um, so what happened was, she found out where Harlan lived, and she would go over and she would visit with Harlan, and she would pray with Harlan, and she would try to understand Harlan's uh, depression because he took it very, very hard. Now, for me as a father, if that would have happened to my boy, I just can't imagine it, right? I just can't imagine, um, having to forgive someone who had killed my son. Okay. So my mom, I don't know how she did it, but she mustered up enough inside her to go over and spend time with this man, try to understand him, and she ultimately forgave this man. Now, I know that there are other situations that are just horrendous too. You know, people in war, people who've murdered people, um, people who have, like Madoff, like that Bernie Madoff guy or whatever, who stole millions of dollars from people. Good Lord, malpractice. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of terrible things that people do in life. And it's very, very difficult to forgive. Um, so I am not in one way or the other trying to minimize how difficult forgiving can be. Okay. I just want that to be on the record to let everybody know. Just because my mom forgave that particular guy does not mean that it's just easy for people to do this. I get it. I understand. Okay. Now, don't shoot the messenger. All right. I'm getting ready to kind of just, and again, you guys are familiar. If you're a Christian, even if you're not a Christian, you're probably familiar with some of these verses of the Bible. Okay. Matthew 16:14 says, "For if you forgive other people when they sin against you, your heavenly Father will also forgive you." Okay. Ephesians 4:31-32. "Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and slander. That's a that's a hard one. They're all hard, actually. Be put away from you with all malice and be kind to one another. Right? So it's a very, very serious thing. And I just feel like we are in a time right now where people are there's a lot of bitterness. There's a lot of anger. Um, and there's a lot of sinning going on. So when people sin, people love to judge, right? That's what we do as Christians, don't we? We we see somebody sinning. Oh, there's that. There it is. There's that person doing that thing, doing that, doing that. What did Jesus do? What did Jesus do? I'm not talking about what your mama did, what your daddy did, or your brother, your sister, or your friend did. I'm talking about what did Jesus do when the lady committed adultery, right? And was getting ready to get stoned to death. What did he do? He said, "Those among you without sin cast the first stone." And all of them laid down their stones. They walked away. And then he said, "Go and sin no more." Right? Now that's the key. Go and sin no more. Okay? You can't just keep on sinning and just keep on, even though Jesus says to do that too. Now ain't that some stuff, right? It says in the Bible how much we're supposed to forgive. Was it like 70 times 7 or something crazy like that? But basically meaning just forgive. That's what you do. Just forgive. And listen, there's been so many people in my life who have done me wrong, said things about me, done things to me, stole from me, talked about me, run me down, run my family down, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Well, you forgive. That's what you got to do. And here's the thing: if you don't want to believe what the Bible says, let me tell you something else. According to John Hopkins Medicine, if you're like a scientist dude or dudette, I'm coming for you. Okay? It says this: John Hopkins Medicine, Harvard Health, and other sources say forgiveness can have many positive effects on both physical and physiological health. Physical health. Forgiveness can reduce the risk of heart attack, improve cholesterol and sleep, and lower blood pressure. I'm in need of that right there. Pain and anxiety, depression and stress levels. It can also be linked to better HIV and hypertension outcomes. What? What? Physiological health. Forgiveness can lead to higher self-esteem, greater life satisfaction, and reduced substance abuse. People who are less likely to forgive may be more prone to anger and other negative emotions. Brain structure. Researchers have found that the tendency to forgive is linked to certain structural and metabolic characteristics of the brain. One theory is that forgiveness can be understood using the law of entanglement in quantum physics, which describes the relationship between particles. This theory suggests that experiences are processed as energy waves in the brain, which then changes the brain structure and affects how we function.
We were just talking about quantum physics today.
We were just
It's
talking about.
Oppenheimer, the atomic bomb.
That's exactly right. That's
Really
exactly.
powerful.
It
When
is
you think about
powerful.
forgiveness, you know what I mean?
It is. It's one to me. I think it's one of the most powerful things that happens with human beings.
And you're right, by the way,
Right?
about all that. It's made me feel that way. It's like lowered my blood pressure.
It does.
Like I have none of those issues because you have to just like let it go.
You do have to let
I'm
it
not saying
go.
it's easy.
It is not easy. It's very similar to taking in more food than you want to eat. Sorry, than you should eat, right? You got to stop sometimes, man. Sometimes it takes work. Sometimes takes work and the will to do it, right? We got to stop putting a cheeseburger in
it's
there,
almost
right?
Like us as humans, we want to resist it first.
Yes.
That's why it's so hard.
That's right. Can you guys hear Denny, by the way? Hopefully you can. Denny's in the room. So if you guys can hear her, just say thumbs up or whatever.
Forgiveness is so hard because I think our first initial reaction is like to resist it because we all have like pride. And,
right.
You know.
Right. Which
No.
again was the original sin.
Right.
Right. So we're literally we're sinning to not forgive.
And that's resentment, which is horrible.
Right.
You know.
Okay, so Jennifer says I can hear Danny in the background. So that's good. That's good. So
forgiveness like unhardens your heart. It almost like
absolutely.
It unreleases the cage around it. At least that's how it's made me feel in my life. I had an alcoholic mama. She died because of it.
Right.
I can't stay angry. I can't be mad at her. I forgave her.
That's right.
Even when she was alive.
Right.
I forgave her.
That's it.
And I have so much peace. I have so much peace with that. You know?
I'm telling you. And listen, I am not saying that it's easy, y'all. Okay? I am not saying that it's easy because it is hard.
Especially what you went through with your sister.
Yeah, with what I went through with my sister. I mean, you know, so and you know, I've got a nephew, which was my sister's son, who still deals with the emotions of this. You know,
lost his dad.
Lost his dad later on. That's exactly right. So what I'm trying to say is, man, it's freaking hard. You know, but we really honestly do have to get to the point in our brains and in our souls and free it up. Give it to God. Let go and let God. And I'm telling you, magical things happen in relationships. Listen, most of the divorces that's happening in this freaking country, which I still believe is an epidemic.
Oh, it's horrible.
It is an epidemic because people won't forgive. Right. They don't want to forgive. They get a get out of jail free card and then they freaking move on. And so what I'm saying is, listen, if somebody creates adultery, let's just go with that for a second. Somebody creates goes and does the bad thing. Okay. Now, if they're just going to go and keep doing the bad thing or whatever, of course, you need to get out of the toxic situation. There's some bad stuff going on.
But it does say in the Bible that's the only reason you can divorce.
It's really the only, in the Bible, that's what it says. It's the only reason you can divorce. But what I'm saying is, so let's say the spouse that cheats comes back and says, you know what, I am so sorry. I've done the worst thing in my entire life. I have betrayed you. This has been this horrible thing or whatever. Well, listen, hey, dadgummit, man, that's freaking hard to do. It's hard to forgive somebody who's betrayed you. But Jesus did it. Jesus did it. And that's the example that we have to use. And y'all, you got to freaking roll up your sleeves,
Well,
man,
and
and
you
put your
know-
back into it. It's freaking hard.
And babe, I hate saying this too, but a lot of people that get married shouldn't be married. They shouldn't get married.
That's true. That's true. A lot. Then he said a lot of people that are married shouldn't be
Yes.
married. They
'Cause
shouldn't have
you
gotten
have
married.
to know in your mind when you are that it's like a lifetime commitment that you're making.
It's a lifetime commitment. Listen, Denny and I, we've been together for 7 years, y'all. 7 years, and we haven't gotten married yet, and we've gone through we've gone through
had our ups and
we've
downs.
gone through ups and downs and stuff like that. And you know why?
We're
Because
trying to
we
work
take
out.
it so freaking seriously, man.
We're trying to iron out all the kinks.
That's right. Because when you take it that serious, because we both sinned, we've said stuff, done stuff, not done stuff, so on and so forth, or whatever.
Right.
But here's the deal. You got to make sure it's right before going in. Okay. And here's the other thing. Sometimes you can get it right going in, and then one or the other messes up. Then what you gonna
Oh,
do?
and what's funny,
Right.
you know how you always hear the 7-year itch when people are married? We're not
Right.
even married yet, and I'm so in love with you.
See,
You know,
I like
we're
that.
not even married yet, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like,
Well,
let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. That exactly.
Everyone should look at marriage like that. It's supposed to be a happy thing, a good thing.
It is supposed to be a
Yeah.
good thing. And I'm telling you, it's so, the whole forgiveness thing is so prevalent in emotional relationships like that. If you're with somebody 24/7 all the time, or whatever the case may
We're gonna
be,
annoy each other.
you're going to get annoyed. You're going to say things, do things, or whatever that's just going to
Yeah.
really not set well.
And real quick to tie it around what you're saying, like forgiveness tonight, that's why I'm like bringing up marriage, because if you're with someone else and you just give up on that relationship, you're going to have hard times with another person. The
It's true.
grass isn't greener on the other side.
Yeah, well, yeah,
You're still going to have issues. They just may be different.
you're going to have
Right.
issues, and then you're going to have to figure out how to forgive then too.
Right. So it's like
Right.
you just got it. I mean, of course, if someone's in a marriage and they're getting like hit,
Yeah, not
beat,
physical
oh my
violence and
goodness,
stuff like
like,
that. That's a whole
you
other
need
thing.
get out.
You need to,
That's-
yes,
that is not good. That
yes,
is not
absolutely.
safe
It is
for
not
you
safe.
or
You got,
your children.
you gotta
If
figure that.
anybody's getting physically harmed, that is like no.
No,
It's a
you
big
got to,
no-no.
you got to get some help, and you got to figure that thing out, man. So, and again, you can still forgive, but you don't have to go back. You don't have to be in the thing, and so on and so forth. What I'm talking about is all of you people, just like me, have been the toxic one. Hate to say it.
Oh, me too.
Hate to say it. We've all been the toxic one. And boy, people love to throw around the term narcissistic. A narcissist, this and that, narcissist.
Everyone.
Everybody's
narcissist.
using.
They got one of the 9 or 10 qualities that make up a narcissist.
Yeah, look it up seriously. Like the 9. We read it last night or whatever.
Well,
like the
I'm
9.
not saying they got the whole list, but they maybe at least have.
I'm saying everybody's got.
Even as a kid, even if they were a kid.
Yes.
Right.
Everybody's got some sort of form of narcissist in them, because really all a narcissist is, well, for one thing, real narcissists have to be them all. Okay. Just want to say that that's a real narcissist, but we have narcissistic traits, tendencies, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But we all have them because it's selfishness.
Right.
That's really what it's all about.
Well, because we're born into selfishness.
Yes.
Because our parents, they take care of us. We have to
Yep.
rely on them, right?
Or not
We
having
can't-
parents.
We can't do it.
There's that too. They're
Right.
not having parents, or parents that's dysfunctional, or whatever the case may be. It creates who we are. But what I'm trying to say is, and listen, we can Dr. Phil this thing all day long, and we can reason this and excuse that and all this
Are you
kind of
gonna
stuff.
bring a surprise guest out?
Man, yeah.
You remember-
Ladies and gentlemen,
remember
Dr. Phil.
Yoda?
Yeah. No, but and again, I don't want to do this whole modernology, if that's even a word, of emotions. Okay, I'm not going to do all of that. What I'm trying to say is forgiveness goes back 2,000 years. It goes back even further than that when you start looking at the Old Testament, right? So I'm just saying we got to forgive, y'all.
If I can
You know?
forgive my alcoholic mama that wasn't in my life, no birthdays, no Christmases with her. I stopped seeing her after 10 years old. She didn't care to be in my life. She cared about alcohol more. It took her life. And I couldn't grow up with that, you know?
Yeah.
I had to forgive her. And at a young age, I had to forgive her.
And the wonderful thing about it is on her deathbed, she said, "Forgive me."
Yes.
Right.
She did.
And
she felt horrible about it.
That's right.
You could see it in her eyes.
Yeah.
You know, she had a lot of regret.
Yeah.
You know.
We all do. We all do, man. We all have those bad things about us, man. The things that, I tell you, man, people love to judge, man. They just love to judge. They love to point it out. They love to throw the stone, right? I mean, it says in the Bible, I've said this here recently many times about not being able to see or seeing the splinter in someone else's eye because you've got a log in your own, right? That whole thing. Hey, every time you point your finger, you got three of them pointing back. That's how that's how it is, right? They're pointing back at you. You know,
we have all sinned, even if you're a Christian.
We've all sinned.
You thought something you shouldn't have thought of, or
that's right.
You've done or
done things, this and that, or whatever.
Or the way we talk the way we talk to our parents.
Yes.
Maybe we said something a little bit out of line. You're like,
right.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
It's going to happen over and over and over.
Because we're human. We're not Jesus. We're not perfect.
Grace, man. Yes. We need grace. We need mercy. Okay? We
are so flawed as human beings. It's unbelievable.
Listen, the whole purpose, and I just told Denny about this the other day. The whole purpose, if you're a Christian, you'll understand that the whole purpose of Jesus coming down, God given his only begotten son to die for our sins, is because we're freaking stupid, man. It's the truth.
That's one way of putting it.
It's the truth, man. We can't learn the lesson as human beings, man. You see it time and time and time again. He had to flood the planet, man, because we couldn't get it in our thick skulls. We're idiots, man. We're like little ants running down around here compared to the big God that we have upstairs, and he knows exactly what to do. There's Denny Baker. Look here, man. She's on the camera.
I don't have any makeup on, but
look here, man. What's up with that? Listen.
Don't quit. Now you're making me shy.
Right? So she's saying, okay, look, nobody's perfect. Body's better than anybody. I don't know exactly what that means. So, if you've seen me, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. Amen. Right? Somebody said, "Hi, Denny." Hello, Denny.
Hey, y'all.
What you say, Denny?
I get so shy on here.
She said, "You don't need makeup. You're beautiful without it." Listen.
Well, thank you.
I'll keep on telling her that, and she got to put the makeup.
No, well, I'm not crazy about it. It's like concealer, really. But
I tell her she's hot all the time. She is. She's hot all the time.
I'm tired right now, so I look a little.
She said, okay, Regina said, it is forgiveness if you keep bringing it up. Or is it forgiveness if you keep bringing it up?
Oh, wow.
The
that's
hurt
a
doesn't
great
leave that
question.
easy. Okay.
The hurt doesn't leave that
You know
way
what?
or leave that easy.
Listen, Regina,
It really don't.
I really like that. I really like that sentiment and that question.
And it depends what it is. It depends the subject matter in which you're speaking. Well, when you're talking about forgiveness, it matters on how serious it is.
It does. I think that it's kind of like trauma a little bit. I think that you talk through it.
Right.
You kind of you kind of mull it over in your head. You keep on turning it around. So I think talking about it. I don't think that that's really like not forgiving. I
Right.
think I think
I
that you're
think
just
I think it's like
venting.
if you're harping on it, like you can't
Yeah.
like resolve it.
Now, if you're
Right.
slandering, that's a whole other thing. If you're saying that to someone else to get back at them, that's a whole other thing. But I think that if you're just talking about it, I think that that's cool.
Right.
Don't you think?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
I just even like everything I've been through in my life, it really has taught me, like being 30 years old now, that forgiveness is truly the only thing that matters, really. Because if you can't forgive, you're going to have like a lot of regrets in life and be like, man, like, why was I so uptight? Like,
Well,
why was I like so bitter about stuff?
yeah, yeah, and I really honestly think things will never heal.
Right. Because
They
you're
just won't.
resisting the healing.
That's exactly right. Because when you forgive, you let it go.
Well, the devil doesn't want us to forgive.
No, he does not. He certainly does not. Because a lot of it is being hard-headed, being stubborn, and being prideful, like you were saying.
Right.
And that in itself is sinning about what you're trying to forgive.
Yeah, and when you're like forgiving, you're letting down all your pride. You're just,
That's right. That's right.
And then when you're forgiving someone else, you're letting your pride go and be like, you know what? I'm
Humility.
gonna forgive them.
Humility. Right.
See the good in someone. See the positive in someone. Just because they do one wrong thing, does that make up all of who they are? Do you know their whole story?
What'd you say about the waves?
The waves? Oh man, I can't remember the quote.
When
about one strong wave.
When you judge
someone by
someone
their weakest link or deed, you're judging the ocean by like one wave. It says something like that.
by one wave. I love that. I love that whole thing because
it's saying a person can redeem themselves.
Yeah, and we're a lot deeper than just one wave.
Right.
I mean, waves are going to come and go, man. We're all going to sin, but the ocean is much deeper, much more vast, and can be, enjoyed a lot more than just a wave or two. It says,
Right.
let me see.
Highlight them.
See, what is she saying here? Or bringing it up in other arguments and issues. Okay, now, if it's a trauma kind of thing, I think that it's okay to discuss it. Okay, I really do. As long as it's not like being harped upon, and then you start getting to the point to where you are
right.
obsessing.
Well,
about
yeah,
it.
and it's saying like if you
Right.
forgive someone, really truly mean it. Don't keep bringing it up in an argument or a
Right.
fight or when you're like upset or angry.
That's right.
Because then it's like, oh no, you really aren't over it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So-
mean, and sometimes it takes a long time to completely heal. I mean, you can forgive and then not be able to forget.
Right.
That
It's
happens.
true.
That happens. But I really don't feel that that's really healthy either. I really don't. Now, I think that you have to be aware, and you have to not like step back into a toxic situation or something again or whatever, without really understanding and there being forgiveness and apologies and stuff that needs to happen to further, a relationship. She and I have done that. You have to come back to the table and say, you know what? Hey, I was wrong about
Right.
that. I
Oh,
didn't say that.
listen, I'll be the first one to self-deprecate myself. I'll be like, "Yep,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm wrong."
so yeah, I mean, I
I'm
mean,
wrong. Like, this, I've had self-esteem issues really bad too. So, just because of the trauma I've had in my life and everything.
well, yeah, and and it's real easy to look good
Oh yeah,
on social media,
definitely.
but
Yeah.
something else to be living with us every day,
Right.
and
Right.
having to deal with bad breath or um, whatever the case may be. I mean,
Right.
people are people, man. We put on our pants just
But
like
see,
y'all
that's
do.
the sad thing about being a human is like somebody could see a bad quality in you, but not see all the other good that you did during your day, or how
Okay.
your heart is, or who you are. You
Yeah.
know, I don't know why we tend to do that as humans. I'm guilty of it, where you pick out that one little thing that you don't like about somebody, like their
Mm.
personality or something, just something about them, right? And
Yeah.
you're just like, I don't like that.
Well,
It's like, why do we do that?
it's like
It's not nice.
it's like Google reviews, right? I mean, most of the time when you go online or whatever and you see somebody reviewing something or criticizing
I
something,
think that's why we're like that, because
right.
our society is like that.
Yeah,
We're like conditioned to be that way, to look for fault in things.
yeah, you want to say something bad
Right,
about it because you're
right.
like you've got an issue, right?
Right.
So you're gonna go on there and do that,
Yeah.
And now every now and then you'll find a restaurant that you really like and you go on
Oh,
there and
I
you
did.
push,
Honestly, I leave way more good reviews
yeah,
than bad. Because
not me.
well, no, it's good men are like that, because y'all need, like, sometimes y'all gotta like step up for us.
I know.
instead of be
I
like,
don't do it. I just don't have time. Half the time, I'm like, that was
well,
good,
that
or
one
whatever, and I'll tell them.
handyman, remember, he hung the phone up on us.
Oh, I
That was
remember that. I
horrible.
know.
And we didn't even do nothing. We're like, what's going on?
Listen, man, I'll call the BBB, man. I'll the Better Business
I
Bureau.
think you did. I think
I
you
did,
did.
man. I did, man. If somebody's treating me bad, it's like, come on now, you can't do that.
Right.
So anyway,
I like seeing the forgive behind us.
right, look at that.
Wait, let me move. Wait, which way do I go?
There you go the other way. Okay, yeah, you can go down. There you go. Boom. Forget. See?
Wait, I got to do it like Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
Well, I wish I could press them.
I know, right? Yeah.
Well, that's really hard. I don't know how weather people do that.
I know, right? Yeah. The forecast is forgive today. See, I can't do it either. GI. Yeah, I can't
With
do it
no
either.
chance of giving up.
Right, exactly.
Don't give up today.
That's right. That's right. Well, no, listen. Did y'all get something out of that?
No.
Oh my gosh, Denny Baker
I love being mischievous. This is why he loves me.
says, you have a nice woman, Brady. Walter,
I got a nice man.
let me put that up on the screen there.
Baby, quit.
You have a nice woman,
That's so
Brady.
sweet.
Thank you, Walter. I know I do.
Me with my little heat bag and all.
I know I do.
Thank you.
Says, treat people the way you want to be treated. Amen. Amen.
Unless you want to be treated bad, then maybe not.
Yeah.
I'm just playing.
Amen. Exactly. But so hey, listen, hi. If the moon was made of spare ribs,
Oh my gosh.
would you eat it?
Yeah,
So
I would.
but no, listen, y'all, thank you so much. We always in this relationship, we always try to do things in a humble way and let you know we are not role models.
Baby, I'm gonna sit on your lap.
Oh, okay. We are not role models. We have our faults. Some of them really big, right? And we just try our best to redeem ourselves, ask for forgiveness, go to God and say, Lord, forgive me for my sins, and try not to do it again. And sometimes I wrote this in my book. I went years doing bad things, and I'm so glad that God stood by me and forgave me, and blessed me all the while. That's how good our God is. So, But says Denny, you're a really great singer. Just love your voice. Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
sweet.
And she said model too. I actually am
Yes.
a model now.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys saw us or not, but we went down to Tupelo, and it was so much fun.
This is so sweet.
The birthplace of Elvis. She's a huge
Yeah,
Elvis
and I
fan.
felt his spirit there.
Oh my
At the
gosh.
statue I did up on the hill by the birthplace or
Yep.
the birth house. I mean.
Where he's opening up his cape, you know.
Hey, Lord,
Hallelujah. So anyway,
Oh, you gotta sing Steamroller a little bit.
oh my gosh, I will.
Sing,
I will when I learn it.
baby.
I don't know it, but
You gotta give us a little. You gotta give us like a one-liner right now.
Jennifer said, Denny, you and Brady should do an album together someday. Oh, well,
I don't know if you got time for that.
well. You know what? You know what? Maybe we can do like all Conway and Loretta songs.
Oh, Lord help me.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all need to know something. I just ain't really a fan of Conway. I'm not. Man, I'm not. I'm
every time I
sorry.
do an impression of Conway, she's
Oh
like,
my
please
God.
don't do it.
I know.
I think it's just my
I
impression is
think
what it is.
What's the
Yeah.
other voice I don't like? Like your Roadhog Moran?
Roadhog Moran. That's right. She hates
I feel
it,
like
man.
we're leaving one out.
That's enough. Roadhog and Conway.
Well, I feel like there's one more. Maybe I'm forgetting.
There might be several more. But listen, y'all, we love you.
We don't have to go. Come on.
No,
This
you want
is
to
fun.
stay on there for a
Just
little
for
while
tou-
longer?
Just for a touch.
All right, we'll
Elvis, yeah, Elvis is from Mississippi.
come back for an encore.
He moved from there when he's 13 to Memphis
Yeah,
for a better life.
well, let's talk about Tupelo just for a second. So,
Man, the women are fiery there.
were they?
Man, they're fired up. Yeah, they're fiery. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just, man, they kind of scare me.
Yeah,
They kind of, yeah. They're a lot more,
yeah,
they're more like blunt when they're talking to you. You're
Right.
like, oh.
yeah. Coming at
The
you.
one scared me. She's very sweet and very nice, but I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know?
Oh man,
Very
it's
quiet.
past my
Very
bedtime.
quiet in Tupelo, though. I said that funny. Tupelo.
Quiet.
Yeah, very quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very quiet. I thought it was going to be a little different. Like, it's a little run down a little bit, but they got great food.
Yeah, they did. What? Take them through our visit.
Oh,
What-
God. I don't
what'd
know
we
if I
do?
can.
So we drove down the first.
Well, it's hot for one. Woo!
The first place we went was the hardware store, Tupelo
Oh,
hardware
yeah.
store.
Where he got his first guitar at, what age was he? 11. On his birthday.
Yep.
And he actually went in there and he wanted a rifle, and his mama said no. So
Yeah.
he got his first guitar. So it was like they call it the unwanted gift on
Right.
the wall.
Right.
And so yeah, he got his first guitar.
Yep. And for years, they say that the hardware store sells one guitar per day,
Right.
which is really cool.
Right.
So from there, we walked across the street and got a picture with this big Elvis mural.
Yes, from when
on
he
the
was there, I
wall.
think on September 26, 1957,
Yep.
at the fairgrounds. Like
Mm-hmm.
he came back home to his hometown for 2 shows.
Yeah, we walked over to the fairground
Right.
thing, and then there was a statue there. It was
I hope I
really,
have
really
that
cool.
date right.
You
I
know.
could be wrong, but
So we did a cool little video. You can see it
yep,
on,
it's
on our
that iconic
TikTok.
photo where he's like reaching his hand out to the crowd. That's what they did the statue after.
Right. So we did that, and then and then that was like where the fairgrounds used to be and stuff like that. And then after that, where'd we go after that?
We got kind of lost, so we were winging it, but we knew the places to go, so we kind of like
Well, I think we went to his
Um,
birthplace after that. Didn't
think
we?
we did.
Yeah, we went.
Yep.
We went to his birthplace, and it's like this museum slash.
Like mini museum.
Yeah, and
It's very small.
it's very small.
It's like just like a little horseshoe.
right, but you guys wouldn't believe how small his little house was that he grew up in.
Oh my God, I know.
It was very, very small, but you can go check it out on her TikTok and see the inside of it. It's really
listen,
cool.
I'm from Nashville, and the duplex I have my mom and daddy, I thought was really small,
Mhm.
2-bedroom. Dude,
Right.
this place was only like 2 rooms.
Right,
And our duplex was really little when I
Right.
was that age. So
right.
it really surprised me how little it was. Like they didn't have a living room.
Yeah, a little.
Like I guess they just sit on the bed all day long,
Yep.
or the front porch.
Yep, a little stove to kind of
You
keep
know?
it warm and stuff in there, whatever, you know. And
Well, see, they didn't do that. The kids actually played outside back then. Like people ain't piddle-paddling around. Like they're busy all day long. They're active all day long.
right.
You know, the mama's cooking,
Hmm.
the daddy's working, and the kids out playing.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right, baby. And then after that, you walk over to the original Assembly of God that he went to church
God.
at. No, God. He went over to, but what they like all these screens come down in there,
Oh,
like,
that was so cool.
and then projectors like kind of put you in the element of like going to church with Elvis. It was
Right.
kind of cool. But
And little Elvis went up there.
yeah,
with
like
Gladys
in the
and
thing,
Vernon.
yeah, and it was cool because when we got there, you know, the lady that was letting us in, she was so kind and the whole thing or whatever, you know, really cool. Talk like Dolly Parton.
Oh, she was so sweet.
And she says, "Does anybody here play the piano?" And I said, "I do." You know,
I took a video of it. It was amazing. The piano sounded horrible.
oh, it's terrible.
It was like the worst sounding, which I was like, that is not fitting for this. Like, at least put a piano in here that sounds, you know, beautiful, right? Like tuned up. But you made it sound beautiful. You're so talented. You act like everybody was videoing you
Oh
while
my
you
gosh.
were playing. Like there was 3 other people like very close to me filming you too.
It was cool because literally I'm playing piano in the church that Elvis grew up in.
He sang
Right.
first singing. Oh, and you know
Right.
what's creepy? Another little fact. The day that we went to Mississippi was the day that he had his last show.
Hmm.
We didn't mean to do that on purpose. That was really like freaky.
Right.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
He had his last show June 26th,
Mm-hmm.
1977.
So then out of the church, we walk out, we go to the little museum, go through that. It was okay.
And then I see the statue and I'm like, we're going.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
we had
like
to
up
walk up.
really high up this hill. Like nobody knows where
Yeah.
it's at. And I'm like, oh, and I see the cape.
Yeah, so I did a little video of her and stuff like that. You can see that on there as well.
It's gotten 100,000 views in a day.
Oh
Unbelievable.
my gosh. Wow. Super, super cool.
I know.
So
You sound so excited. Babe.
well, that's really that's really that's a feat. That's really, really hard to do.
Because people love Elvis, babe. You know what I mean? I don't know
Yes.
why.
I don't know.
I do
like-
this all the time. I'll like literally I'll hold your head. You know?
That's awesome, man. So anyway,
I'm just goofy.
so from there, we go to Johnny's Drive-In.
Johnny's. Oh, and they
Johnny.
don't take no credit or debit.
Yeah, I found
And
that
I
out.
t- I looked at the cash register and I was like, uh-oh. I was like, we have a problem.
I know.
Because this man right here only takes it like a credit card, right?
That's right.
I usually have cash on me, but I didn't. I looked, I had no cash.
Well,
on me.
normally I got a little bit of cash.
I know I was surprised by
But-
that. I was like, oh my God, he doesn't.
But this trip was kind of like a little quick, like boom,
we
we're
were
gonna
only
go.
there
you
like
know?
4 hours. That was it.
Yeah.
We were
you
only
know?
there 4 hours.
We-
We gone.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we just went and
We
did
came
it.
to see Elvis and we gone.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Elvis has left the building, baby. So anyway,
Most boring drive, by the way.
it was.
Oh my goodness.
So we have these things called dough burgers. What do you think about them?
Excuse me. They weren't bad, but it's not like I would go back and be like, I want a dough burger.
Yeah, it wasn't. It
and
wasn't.
the fries were like fries you put in the oven, and
Listen,
they're all
the
right.
people there were great, though.
Oh my
Everything was
gosh,
great.
they were so sweet. So sweet. Every single person we encountered.
Get the shake, not the ice cream cone.
Someone told me,
I didn't like the ice cream cone.
oh, okay, I was about to say, someone told us to get the shake afterwards, but you told me you didn't like the ice cream.
That's what
cone.
I'm saying.
I
Yeah.
was going to get a chocolate piece of pie.
Okay.
Remember? And then I didn't feel good.
That-
we actually left because I wasn't feeling good after
Yeah.
that.
But it was raining. So it was
It was
just
a
cool.
perfect diner
It was just
feel.
it was a cool vibe in there, right?
Like Cheers.
Right. Right. Exactly. So after that, we went back downtown, right? No. We went over to his high school or his
elementary
elementary
school.
school.
Lawhon, I think. Kind of
Yeah.
an odd name. Lawhon.
Yeah.
And it's still a school today.
Yep.
That's all
Drove
people in
over there, did that, took some pictures, and then we went back downtown and then we went to the courthouse and the Lyric Theater, right?
Oh yeah, so that's where he got his first kiss.
Yeah.
And he loved watching movies there. He especially loved watching westerns.
Right.
What it said on the little plaque, he loved watching
And
westerns.
here, you know what? I think that the reason why you dig me so much is because I love westerns so much. And
well, no, there's like 100 reasons why I
And-
love you.
and that was really sweet. So, and I grew up in a Pentecostal, just like Elvis.
I know, and you sound just like him when you freaking talk.
That's
like-
what I'm saying, baby.
Doesn't that sound like Elvis, y'all?
I don't know, man.
Because I know my Elvis. I don't know, baby.
I don't know. It's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, baby, and put some banana on it.
Baby, that's really good. You gotta go be like an impersonator.
I'm gonna
now.
do it, baby.
I'm serious. Wouldn't that be so funny?
I'm gonna make a lot of money. I'm
Oh
gonna,
my gosh.
I'm gonna bring it home and buy you a ring, baby.
I'm steamroller, baby.
So anyway,
Wanna roll all over you.
so
That's the way I
so
should say it.
so check this out. My dad served in Germany with Elvis.
Oh my gosh.
Dad said Elvis was given the opportunity to serve in special services and entertain the troops,
Yeah,
but he
that's
didn't
right.
take it.
Yeah.
He wanted to be treated just like everyone else. Come on,
and
that's
do
cool.
you know he almost died in the army?
Really?
Yep, he was in a Jeep with his sergeant, and it was really cold, and they put a tarp over them,
Yeah.
and it was like I think like the Jeep was still on, and they got carbon monoxide, and they both like fell asleep, but like they passed out, right?
Right.
Elvis woke up because I think the wind blew the tarp off of it or whatever, and saved their life. And he was so weak, he had to like fall out of the Jeep.
Oh my
and,
gosh.
And literally like,
I didn't know that. That's news to me.
yeah,
you know?
so he almost died being in the army. A lot of people don't know that.
Wow. Wow.
How old are you, Denny? I am 70 years old.
No, I'm 70 years old.
I have an old soul, so I'd say I'm about 65. But but I'm 30.
She's 30. I'm 55. So we're
And you
25
don't-
years apart.
And you don't look or act it at all. He is like the youngest heart I've ever seen in an older body.
What's Evan do?
Oh yeah, Morgan,
Morgan.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Morgan. does.
So, but yeah, so all right. So back to our Tupelo thing to wrap
Yes,
it up. So we
okay.
went to Lyric.
Lyric Theater.
Lyric
Oh,
Theater.
we saw the girl on drugs. That kind of scared
Oh
me.
man, she was tweaking, man.
She scared. She like we about almost hit her
I
because
was
she
driving
like,
down the
wouldn't
road,
stop.
and she looked like she's gnawing on her.
Well, she was.
She's
She was
going.
like, "Nah, nah."
She looked like a zombie, not gnawing on her hand.
And she
or
was
arm or
screaming
something.
like she was being loud.
I was like, "What the heck is going on?" And then we went down another street. We got out to see the theater, and here she come again, man. The zombie
Coming
coming
around
up
the corner.
She's like,
I was like, "Babe, we gotta
she's
go."
gnawing on that arm,
I
So
think that's where we ended our trip, though. I think, we ended at the Lick Theater. I
Yeah.
said the Lick. We ended at
the Lick Theater.
We ended it at the Lyric Theater, and then we're like, okay, we're done. Like we kind of got bored. got bored.
Marilyn says, Brady, are you and Denny going to marry? Yes, we are. By God, we are.
Mhm.
Yeah, listen, I tell you, we've gone through the ringer.
Oh man,
We've gone through the
I
ringer.
just mean my whole life has been difficult, man.
We've
And
been
people,
we've gone through it, son. Sure have. But yes, we are, so we're planning all that. We'll let you guys know in the future. It says, Brady, I hope and pray I can get your book tomorrow at your show in Richmond, Kentucky. I'm bringing some. I've only got 10 left. I counted them just a little while ago, so I've only
baby,
got 10
everybody's
left.
seeing my nervous habit now.
Oh, I know. She.
I've never done that before.
That's the whole
On
thing.
here.
She's down there. She's
I've
coming.
done
in.
that ever since I was a little girl, and I don't know why. It's like something with my
Look.
hands, and I'll rub it like on my lip.
Here's mine. Look, y'all. Here, let me see if I can. I want you to look.
Baby, you're gnawing your.
I'm
nails
gnawing
off, honey.
my finger. Now my thumb, I keep my thumb pretty intact.
You can't.
You
do
know what I'm
that, Yeah, baby.
But
Because
these
it's
others,
too thick.
look at those crazy fingernails. Look at that last one right
You
there,
ain't even
man.
got talons.
Huh?
You ain't even got talons. They're gone.
So I know, You know,
You tear the skin off of them.
look at that one right there. That one's like all bloody where I've been gnawing on it.
No, this one's your worst one. This one's your worst one.
Is
Look,
it?
look at that.
Oh my gosh, man, that one's got epilepsy.
Denny, I did the
Man.
very same thing. Oh, do you really? I've never met anyone that does that like me.
Yeah, well,
I literally do this.
I've never understood it quite.
They say it's
thing.
like an OCD thing, apparently. I have been diagnosed with OCD.
she says that she likes the feeling of her fingernails
Yeah,
on
because
her.
it's really soft and smooth.
She likes the fingernails on her lips, but then don't you say you smell them?
Yeah, well, I don't like purposely smell them. You make me sound like a weirdo.
Well, I'm just like, what's up with that?
Well, because I wash my hands constantly, so they smell good.
Well, then they smell like soap, you know?
They smell like Miss Myers.
Right?
Hey, like to the chat.
Hey, what's
Man,
up, Sandy?
I'm kind of sad that we're not talking about Sasquatches tonight and
Oh
aliens
my
and stuff.
God!
Man.
Listen, like the 4 or 5 times that we've been on here, we've been talking.
Oh, that was really loud.
We've been talking about some crazy stuff, you know.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Oh my gosh, she's flicking a pic over here. See, my dad. Something what?
My dad knew Elvis.
Oh, my dad
Baby,
knew
you
Elvis.
can you
That's
see?
cool. No, I can't see nothing. But okay. Did you get the video I sent you on Instagram? I found on YouTube you singing Jerry Lee Lewis with Little
Oh,
Texas
I love
92.
that video. I used to play that so much when I first met him.
Yes, I
Man,
saw
he's
that.
so
Thank
cute.
you.
Listen, we all need to have a petition for Brady to surf his keyboard again
Oh,
with
man.
his shirt off and put the microphone in his pants.
Listen, y'all would pay me to keep my shirt on.
Quit it, babe. Quit. You're a handsome man.
Well, I just, I don't. It's not like I work out
Oh, your
every day like I
beautiful
used to and
curls.
all that stuff.
Babe, you're so cute.
Belinda said you need to do it again. Oh my God, Brady, you was crazy in that video. Oh, I know I was.
He's still
I'm
crazy.
still crazy.
He's still crazy, y'all.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, listen, that was a really, really cool show. I'll never forget going over to Germany and doing that. That was so cool. So standing on your keyboard, and here's the thing, just for the people that don't know, that keyboard was made of steel, by the way. It was just a normal keyboard stand. But that keyboard was so hefty, man, and so tough, it never fell. It after all of those shows,
Dude, I would have cracked up if you did.
It never failed, right? It just stood the test of time. So
I was 3 years old when Elvis died. I wasn't even alive.
Well, I mean, I've told you guys about the story about Elvis. I've told her. Mom was putting on this little nursing home thing or whatever, and I had dressed up like Elvis, right? And I was pantomime, don't be cruel to a heart that's true.
And you had your little scarf on.
That's right. Baby, let me be your loving teddy bear. Right, doing the whole thing. I was giving the scarves out to the old ladies and stuff, right?
Did you have different colors?
I did.
Oh, that is so cute.
Yeah, I had so many scarves around my neck that you couldn't even hardly see.
Like up to ears,
you
like
couldn't
that
even
big.
hardly see my ears, right? They're just a bunch of scarves, and I would hand them out to the old ladies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now here's the kicker behind this. So whenever I got done, y'all, we came out into the crowd, and they wheeled out one of those old televisions. Y'all remember those, like in
on
school?
the cart, the TV cart.
You know what I'm saying? The TV
Yeah.
cart. And they wheeled that out to the lobby so everybody could watch
They
TV.
turned the lights off? Did they turn the lights
No,
off?
no,
Oh,
it
you
was
got
just-
to turn the lights off.
No, well,
So you got that glare on the lights coming down from the wall.
that
you
was watching Diary of Anne Frank in history class.
People are saying that's not real.
I know, I've heard about that.
Is that not real?
I'm not for sure.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyway, so I was doing all that or whatever. They turned on the TV, and Elvis had died. And I'm
Yeah.
standing there with my little Elvis outfit
While
on.
you're there. Oh my gosh.
I told her for years, I almost felt like guilty or something, like I had something to do with it. Of course,
Oh.
I was a little kid, you know.
My
I didn't,
grandma took it hard. She's in love with
oh,
Elvis.
I cried, man.
She cried to my dad, and he was outside, and she's like, Elvis died.
Right, you know. So, see what's this says. One time, my son did a skit at school. And he lived
Dude, I
sang Aaron
loved
Carter.
that song when I was little.
I
I
Want Candy.
loved it. Dude, Aaron Carter was so big when I was a little girl. Every little girl loved Aaron Carter. The little silver puffy jacket on Disney Channel.
Oh
He
yeah.
was like our little heartthrob. You know?
Yep. So Brady was 8 years old when Elvis died. You know what? Was I 8 or was I 9?
What? You're born in
I
69.
was 69.
70, 71, 72, 73, 74. Yeah, you're 8 years old.
I was 8.
You got it right.
Okay. All right.
Walter got it correct on the Wheel of Fortune or whatever. I don't know. I'm being a dork.
Boom. Give that man a Twinkie.
Give that man a scarf.
That's right. Here you go, baby. Take
I
it.
cried when Elvis passed away. I was so wow.
Yeah.
It sounds like to me everybody was really sad about Elvis because like out of all of us talking right now, I'm about the only one that wasn't alive. So wow, it must have been.
Yeah.
It's more powerful than I thought.
Yeah, and for us that was alive back then, I don't know if you guys remember the whole Hawaii live concert, man, but I sure do.
Aloha
That
from
was,
Hawaii.
whew, boy, that was
My sister got a
amazing.
whipping for laughing the day Elvis died. Oh my God, just for laughing about something.
oh my gosh,
God.
man.
That's pretty funny though.
Yeah,
Not like
man.
about Elvis dying, but I'm saying like your sister getting whooped.
I
just for
know, my
laughing.
gosh, man. Jeez,
Wow.
I know,
I
right?
was born 1974.
Wow. Well, listen, y'all, did you enjoy yourselves? I sure did.
No.
Oh my God.
I
Danny Baker.
thoroughly enjoyed myself.
So listen, we're gonna have to go, but before we do, Denny and I are gonna
We're gonna
lean
sing the
left.
Teletubby song.
We're gonna lean left and right and show people
Wait,
what
am
this
I
whole
leaning
thing
left
was.
or are you leaning right?
Wait.
I'm going left. You go
Okay,
right.
ready?
Ready? Boom.
Wait, I'm still wait.
Wait, you got to forgive. That's what
Forgive.
that's what this whole thing is about.
You
Forgive,
can
y'all.
do it.
You can do it.
It's like that little thing you see in the classroom. What is it? Yeah, you can do it. And it's a little shooting star.
That's right.
I wasn't born, but love Elvis. I'm right there with the
Yeah, I
Angela.
love it. I love it. All right. So hey, y'all, you guys take
I
care.
totally wrecked this live.
No.
I'll never be back again.
No, you did awesome. You did awesome. But y'all, we love you, and
That looked
you
like a
guys take
floating
care.
head.
And
It looked like a floating head. Look.
I know. Oh my God, that's great. All right, we love you guys, and we'll
Bye,
see you
y'all.
guys
We
the next
love
time.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.